Hi everyone, my name is Will. Thank you for tuning in to my channel today. Today we are going to be doing a collective energy reading for February 7th, 2023. So let's see what the energies are today. Today is Tuesday, so let's see what energies Spirit wants us to know about today. So I hope everyone is having a great day. It's only a week out from Valentine's, so make sure to get your Valentine any gifts now. And I'm telling you this from experience because on Valentine's, and this comes from working at a major pharmacy chain, it's slim pickings when you wait until Valentine's Day. So some things you can't get early, like flowers, but if you're gonna get any chocolates, any stuffed animals, any cards, be sure to get them now, a good week out from the actual holiday. And then you can always just run in and grab some flowers the day of if you choose to. All right, so as always, I do not accept any Archon, reptilian, demonic, or negative attachments, only accept light and love in this space. And I would like to ask Archangel Michael's white light of protection over this tarot reading. And I'd like to ask Spirit, what energies do we need to know today? February 7th, 2023. What are the energies we need to know? Whoa, okay. That flipped over in the middle of the deck, so it's the Six of Wands in reverse. Ooh. So, some of you might be having a hard time right now. Some of you might be having a hard time. You might have been in a position where you were celebrated and admired and had some sort of success in your life, but now that's in reverse. So yeah, some of you might be having a hard time, and this flipped over as well. We have the Six of Swords, so and that's in the upright. So you might this kind of like cold bucket of water thrown on your success might be making you want to leave right now. You might feel like you're not cut out for whatever situation this is. Whoops, if I can hold on to the card. For whatever situation this is, you might not feel like you're cut out for it, or you might have some reservations, or you might just be defeated. You might just be feeling defeated right now. And then two other cards popped out, so we're just gonna take them as they come. And this is causing some indecision for you. We have the Two of Swords. So we have the Two of Swords. Because I feel like your heart is telling you one thing, like your gut, your intuition is telling you. Oh, if I'm messing up the mic, I apologize. I feel like your gut is telling you something, your intuition is telling you something, but your mind is telling you something else. So you're torn in how you need to proceed. And because you're not listening to your intuition, you're torn because your mind is telling you something different. You may be tempted to not take your own counsel, to not listen to your intuition. But I feel like The universe is asking you to just take a step out of what is known, whatever situation this is, because you're going to have a new beginning, a new start, a fresh start, and it may just simply be listening to what your intuition is telling you right now and looking at the situation with a new perspective. Because I'm really getting this situation, okay? Whatever that is, whatever bucket of cold water was thrown on your successful, victorious situation, is literally making you want to leave. Whether that's a relationship, a job. I'm sorry. Sometimes during these readings, like this is a collective energy reading, so these are collective energies that are pulsing through the collective, through the general population on this planet at this time. It's in the ether, but sometimes spirit's like, okay, this is a message you need too, Will. So yeah. It's always funny. It's always funny the revelations that you can get with a tarot reading. All right. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Wait. Too many cards. Okay, we're just gonna take the top one because I think this is the one that wanted to come out, but it just got stuck to the others. All right, so we have the Four of Swords. So I also feel like you need to take a breather. You need to take a breather, maybe rest a little bit, because this situation, because it is Wands, I feel like it was very sudden, it was very quick. The way it turned upside down, I feel like it was very quick, and that's making you want to leave very quickly. But I feel like with this fresh start, even just a change in, perspective, having a fresh perspective on the situation after you figure out what your intuition is telling you to do with this situation, you need some rest. But I feel like it's also a death and rebirth. This also came up in the 15 cards that all came up at the same time. I feel like it's a death and rebirth moment for you. Maybe this has to do with a job, maybe this has to do with a relationship, maybe there was something specific about the relationship or the job that quickly turned upside down and just made you want to leave. But Spirit's asking you to listen to your intuition, okay? And then approach it with a fresh start. Now that might mean leaving, or that might mean just looking at it with different lenses, okay? But it's going to also require you to take a little bit of rest. But this is a death and rebirth moment for you, okay? So, lots of exciting things can happen with a death and rebirth moment. Even if your intuition is telling you, okay, I still need to stick with this job, but I just need to I need to look at it with a different lens, or this relationship isn't working out. I need to have a fresh start. This is not going to work. even though I want it to work. You know, those are two different examples. But it allows you to start afresh, to rebirth yourself. You know what? We're just gonna pull for as long as I'm resonating with the message with these cards. So this is the universe also course correcting you as well. In the situation, it's like, okay, you know, either this wasn't serving you or this is serving you, but you need to learn something. You need to learn an important lesson in this situation right now, because you went in with it with a totally different perspective, a different lens than what it actually was. Okay. But I can tell you're very confused. You're very confused. We have the Seven of Cups. I can tell you're very confused because it's like so many choices. Again, this comes back to not wanting to take your own counsel. I feel like your mind is being very loud, and it's almost drowning out what your intuition is telling you. Yeah. It's like your intuition is talking to you like this, like, hey, it's okay, you know, we're good, we just need to just do this. And your mind is telling you, oh, we need to get out of here, this is horrible, this is not gonna work, we need to leave, we need to go, we need to jettison out of here. Like, I feel like that's the situation that's going on right now in your mind. Like, your mind just being very, very loud, and you can't turn it off, or you can't turn down the volume. So that's also causing lots of indecision energy here, which is why you need this rest. Maybe you need to meditate. Maybe you need to, I don't know, take a day off. Maybe you need to, you know, go to a park, walk around the park without earbuds, without earpods, without your phone, or, you know, carry your phone, but don't be on your phone, and just breathe the fresh air. Because when we do that, we're removing ourselves from the situation, and that gives us perspective. That gives us a bird's eye view on the situation, and we can think more clearly. And I know it's winter, but being out in nature is a great way to ground. If you can't ground, then hematite is also really good for grounding energy. So is tiger's eye. Tiger's eye is also really good for grounding energy. Mostly, we also have tourmaline as well. And if you're wondering why they're here, it's because I put crystals on top of my card decks to keep them clean and charged. But if you can find those earthy grounding crystals, that also helps, especially in the winter when you don't necessarily want to go barefoot, you know, and have your feet in contact with the dirt so you can naturally ground yourself. If you can hold on to a crystal that is grounding, you know, throughout the day, that can also help you as well. Yeah, there's a lot of pain and anxiety and indecision around this situation. Like, the last couple readings have been pretty positive, but I'm feeling a very heavy, very like just indecisive, just really down, defeated almost energy. But I do feel like it is going to end well. It will end well. It's just there's a lot of just thick, murky, heavy energy you got to get through to get to the other side, to get to that light right now. Yeah. Because the universe, you're divinely protected. You're divinely guided. The universe has you, okay? So this is for a lesson. This is for a lesson or lessons that are going to serve you later on down the road. And I'm not getting, I think that's where it needed to end, because I'm not getting anything from these cards. Even though a big old chunk flipped over, I'm not getting anything from these cards. These I'm getting from, but not these. Okay, so we're just gonna leave it like this, and let's move on to the oracle cards. Let's pull a energy oracle card today. Can I get an energy oracle card today? What energy oracle card would best help describe and or help with the energy of this spread? What energy oracle card would best help with this energy? With this, the energy of this spread. Envy. I feel like you really want to be, I feel like you feel like you're here and you want to be there, okay? She's in this castle, it's dark, it's you know, and she's looking out the window at all this golden, like, she wants to be there, but she's here. So this situation may be causing you to feel, again, like you want to leave, like you want to go to that other pasture because the grass is greener, type of situation. But I really feel like once you consult your intuition, once you listen to your intuition, what your intuition is telling you about this situation, whatever the situation is, I feel like you're going to get guidance on how to move forward, but fresh perspective and rest will also help you be able to know, be able to feel what your intuition is telling you and what you need to do moving forward. This may also be, you know what, I'm getting this. This may also be a test to see how much you've learned from maybe a previous situation, okay? And that's why you're feeling this urge to want to leave. When it turned upside down, then you're like, okay, I'm out of here. Yeah. I'm sailing away out of this dark castle and over to this golden, you know, side of the world. Yeah. Yep. All right, can I get a light worker that would best help in this energy today? What light worker would best assist us in the energy of this of this spread. What light worker would best help us with this energy? Master Buddha, increased awareness. So that when we're put in situations that are stressful, that cause us to question, the reason why we feel discomfort is because all of a sudden we're aware. Okay, it was fine when we weren't aware of what was going on around us and we were just doing our own thing. But when that veil is lifted, all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, you know, and that can be very stressful. That can be very eye-opening. Yeah. This, I feel like that's part of why you want to leave. And because your mind is just trying to protect you, because your mind is your ego, like your ego self. That's why it's so loud. It's just trying to protect you. So it may be like going through a bunch of scenarios. Oh, what if this happens? Oh, what if this happens? We just need to leave. We just need to leave. We just need to walk away. We just need to just do this. We just need to, you know, your mind is trying to protect you from, and your ego is trying to protect you from the unknown. From whatever unknown factor you're dealing with right now, the situation is, it's trying to protect you. It's trying to protect you. So our ego is annoying sometimes because it's so loud and it causes us to not be able to hear our own intuition, to be able to feel our own intuition. That little voice in your head that is very, very quiet. It can be very hard when your ego is screaming at the top of its lungs, oh no, we're not going to do this, or oh yes, we're going to do this. But in reality, it's just trying to protect you. It's trying to protect you. It's that fight or flight response. It's that root chakra, rooted in scarcity mindset, like type of energy. And we need that sometimes. But we need to know when we need to listen to it and when it's out of control. All right, can I get a spirit animal oracle card today? Okay. Interesting. We're going to go with what flipped up. So we have Lizard Spirit, dream the world into being. Okay. Dream the world into being. That's one of the things about manifestation, is we can make our own reality. I said this in a previous video. I did this last one or two before it. I don't know. Check them out. Shameless plug. I'm sorry. We create the world around us. We manifest the world around us. If we're positive, then we're going to draw positivity to us. If we're negative, we're going to draw negativity to us. If we are in an abundant mindset, stuff is going to naturally come to us. If we're in a scarcity mindset, things will happen just out of the blue, and it'll feel like stuff is just slipping through your fingers. You know, you get in a car accident, oh, gas went up a whole $1 a gallon. You know, oh, you just got a notice in the mail that your insurance is going up, you know, you go into work and you're not gonna get that bonus that you were promised. Like, it's amazing how fast that scarcity mindset manifests, but it takes effort conscious effort to get that positive abundance mindset to manifest. So be very, very careful with how you're feeling and the mindset that you have during this time, in this situation, because you can either make the situation worse, or you can make it better. So yes, dream the world you want into being. Okay, and when I say dream, I don't mean just go, oh, I wish I had this, and then don't do anything about it. It does take effort on your part. Like, you can't just not do anything and stuff just comes to you. You have to take action, you have to take effort. But your mindset while you're taking that action, while you're putting in that effort, is key. We're just gonna go with it. We're just gonna go with it, because I feel a resonance with all of these. Life is a mystery, so be prepared. Be prepared, because again, you're divinely protected, you're divinely guided. The universe is showing you what needs to be shown, okay? But it's the battle between your mind and your intuition that is causing all of this indecision, okay? Not wanting to seek your own counsel in this situation right now, okay? That's causing you pain, okay? It's not so much the situation as it is your mindset during while all this is going down, but sweet results await. We have bumblebee spirit. Tend to the small things, okay? Again, if you can nip those negative thoughts, those negative thought patterns in the bud, if you can nip them in the bud, okay, you're gonna start seeing your reality around you change, okay? If you can catch yourself and replace it with a positive thought, okay, you're gonna notice your reality around you change. That doesn't mean that we push it to the side, we don't acknowledge that emotion, we acknowledge it, but like in the moment, someone calls into work. You're not too happy about that. You have to come in, or you have to be short a person, or there's going to be a gap, between when you're fully staffed and you have to figure out how to make that work. It's going to put extra pressure on all of you, but it's going, wait, help is coming. We just need to hang in there. Nothing has to be perfect. I acknowledge that I'm a little upset right now, but it's okay, because in the grand scheme of things, this is one shift. It may feel like the entire world's coming to an end, but it's, in perspective, one shift. That's all it is, one shift. Granted, there's 8 hours in that shift, but nonetheless, it's one shift. That's all it is. It is a microscopic dust particle in the grand, scheme of the universe, okay? Months from now, you're not even gonna remember it. Probably even weeks from now, you're not gonna remember it. It's not gonna be that important to you. But stay out of that scarcity mindset, because you need to remember there's always enough. Koi spirit. There's always enough. And a knee-jerk reaction to that veil lifting, like I said, with the increased awareness, Master Buddha, is all of a sudden you see everything. You see the source code, of the universe. Like when that veil lifts, and you're like, oh my gosh, and it can be overwhelming. And it can make you want to go into scarcity mode, make you want to go into survival mode. But you need to remember to stay in abundance, that abundance mindset, that positive mindset, by knowing there's always enough. There's always enough. All right. Wow, I could have made an entire spread just with those cards. I was gonna do the crystal oracle set, but I'm deciding not to, because I feel like we talked about what crystals would be good in this energy right now by focusing on grounding crystals. If you can ground yourself, you're going to keep from feeling like you need to go into survival mode, because you're going to be more grounded and you're thinking you're not going to be in that fight or flight response. So we're going to pull one last card, and then we're going to close this out. We're going to close this out. Can I get a card for this spread? Just one last card for this spread that would best help us in this energy. Second or third, second in a row, but probably third time this month that this card has come up. Change. We've had over 2 years of stagnant, stale energy of no change. That's partially because the universe, or not the universe, our leaders try to force us to not move, to not do anything for 2 years, while changing all the rules of the game. But that's a whole nother topic. But I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. And I feel like this situation certainly makes you want to embrace that movement, because you want to leave, you want to go, you want to be on the other side of the pasture. That this increased awareness about this situation is making you want to leave, and have that fresh start. I really think it has to do with perspective. I really think this has to do with perspective. But this is a death and rebirth moment, probably because whatever illusions that you had over this situation is exposed. But it's causing you a lot of indecision about what to do next. But if you just listen to your intuition, and that's going to take probably a little bit of rest on your part, and it's going to save you a lot of heartbreak in the long run. But you also need to remember to have humor in these situations. So say someone calls in last minute, doesn't show up for their shift or whatever, you gotta have humor. It's gonna be like, oh well. Like you got it. You can get angry. You can get pissed off. You can make it a nightmare on not only yourself, but everyone else around you. Or you can go, you know what? it doesn't matter if I'm angry. It's not going to change the situation. It's not going to make that person come in. I'm just going to roll with it. Have humor. Have humor about the situation. Choose to focus on the lighter side of life. And I will say this. A lot of comedians, when you look at their careers, it's very, very interesting. It's like, especially successful comedians, like when you analyze their career, it's like wow, like they just took off, like their career just took off. And I really feel like it's because of all the, instead of trying to stay in that survival like energy, like I feel like because they see life in such a humorous, lighthearted way, I feel like that really serves them. I think that makes them move through life a lot faster. Okay, you know, Kevin Hart, Tim Allen. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Lonnie Love, I think, on The Talk. She's hysterical. We have a lot of comedians that you look at their careers, and not that they never face hardships, not that they never ever felt like they weren't going to make it or they didn't know what to do, but because they chose to look at it, you know, in a lighthearted way, to see humor in the situation, they were able to adapt and move faster through all those changes in their lives. So I really feel like you need to be sure to not get too tied up in this heavy energy, okay? And make sure to stay in this light-hearted energy, okay? Humor card. Because when you do that, then everything is going to move. You're going to move through this situation a lot faster than if you had not. All right, I think that was the message today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, for checking this out. I love these tarot readings, and I really appreciate you guys watching. I really appreciate if you watch them all the way through. If you're watching this right now, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting on these videos. I really appreciate all of you. I always feel good whenever someone comments and says, "This really helped me, thank you." It makes me feel like I'm able to help somebody, and that's all I really want to do, is to be able to help people, and you guys allow me to do that. So thank you guys so much. You guys have a wonderful day. Much light and love to all of you, and I will see you in the next video. So I will see you later. Bye.